Hi, it's me, Vamp, and welcome to the podcast. I know, I've been gone for a little bit, but a lot has happened since E3 and whatnot. And I know this is the Warframe podcast, but honestly, there hasn't been that much Warframe news until after TennoCon, which is coming up next week, by the way. But until then, this is going to be a little bit different. So feel free to stay and listen if you don't want, if you want to, but if you don't want to, I totally understand. But we do actually have a guest, a special guest today. She has been waiting patiently while I mess up on the intro once or twice. Um, Her name is Chi, and she's actually a great friend of mine. Say hi, Chi.
Hi.
So, how are you doing, Chi?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I am doing fine. I am doing fine. Now, you guys may be wondering, but Vamp, what are you going to talk about? Since this is a Warframe podcast and we aren't talking Warframe. Well, I was actually streaming Warframe today on my YouTube channel. It's at Warframe Madness. If you just go to YouTube and type in Warframe Madness, you'll get a link to it. And they brought up something which, Chi, I would like to know your input about. I don't know if you've heard about the whole EA thing. How EA,
What EA thing?
EA with loot boxes, in front of the ethics board. They got caught in front of the ethics board about.
And then they call it something like surprise boxes or some
Yeah, exactly. They are trying to pass it off as it's not gambling. It's a
shit. Yeah,
fun
and
little
nobody took them
surprise.
seriously.
Yeah.
They're so full of it.
So yeah, that's what they're trying to do. Unfortunately, I'm worried though that their backup plan is to charge more money for games or worse, because there was something that came out the other day about, I believe it was yesterday actually, how 2K, how 2K, their NBA thing game that they have, they actually have ads on the loading screen now. You can turn it off, but they're on by default.
Honestly, I don't know how I feel about that. If it were for like free games, and it was on the loading screens permanent, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Okay,
It's just a loading screen. I have to wait anyway, you know?
I guess I should give you a bit more info. This is a $60 game, and the loading screen waits for the ad to finish before it loads.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so one, they let you turn it off, so I'm not that mad, but I don't like that it makes you wait for the ad to finish.
Yeah, and clearly there's a bar on the bottom that says finished loading, and it still makes you finish.
I mean, I don't know why they would do that. People would get mad. They could lie to you at least. Don't put a bar. Don't put a bar there. Just say loading, or make the bar go with how long the ad or whatever goes for. You know what I mean? Don't put a bar. They're just asking for people to be mad at them. I mean, it's fine. I'm not as mad at it because you could turn it off, but I don't know. I think it's a dumb move to like put the bar there. Get rid of that shit. Be deceitful.
Yeah. They need to take a page out of EA's books.
Yeah. Well, not EA's books, because EA is kind of dumb. Like, nobody's gonna fall for that nonsense. But they could at least try, I guess.
Actually, I'm pretty sure one or two people might fall for it. I mean, the ethics board isn't exactly hip today on all the stuff and whatnot. So I can see at least one person falling for it.
I guess.
Why? I don't know. Why would you rob your kids of that surprise? It's only $5.
Uh,
Uh, Speaking of Kinder Egg, didn't they get like banned in the US for quite a while?
what?
Yeah, Kinder Eggs actually got banned in the US for quite a while. A version of them are back, but
I don't even know what you're talking about.
okay, Kinder Eggs were these like little eggs that there was like a surprise toy in them.
Mm, okay.
Chocolate eggs, surprise toy.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, the chocolate eggs. But that was
Yeah.
because they thought dumb kids would eat it.
Well, in their defense, dumb kid did eat it, and that's why it got banned in the first place. Now
Oh,
it's
goodness.
back, kind of. We technically
I
have
mean, it's not
quote
just dumb
Kinder
kids, it's like
eggs
dumb
back.
parents too. Like if you know there's a toy in it, you're not gonna give it to your toddler that doesn't know there's a toy in it.
Yeah,
Or
true.
if you know there's a toy in it, you're not gonna give it to your kid that you know is not too bright, you know?
But now the Kinder eggs, they ruin it for me when they brought it back because now the toy isn't inside the egg, it's inside the box next to the egg.
Ah.
So it ruined the whole surprise factor. I guess I'll just have to pay EA like $2 or $3 so I can get that surprise factor again.
Yeah, better luck gambling. At least you get money back.
Oh yeah, that's a little bit of video game news for you guys. Now, some actual cool video game news, which I want to know your opinion on this.
Mm-hmm.
They unveiled not too long ago that there's going to be wireless, no computer required VR. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely heard about that. It's probably gonna cost like, I don't know, same amount as a mortgage or something. It's gonna cost a lot.
Honestly, I'm the opposite. I think it's going to be. I mean, it might cost a bit at first, but I can't see it costing too much. I mean, I feel like they wouldn't want to put all the time and money into this for no one to be able to buy it.
I mean, the VRs things that they have now are really expensive, and you know, people that have money will buy it.
I get that too, but I mean, if you make your product too expensive, it eventually goes in the way toward the way of Google Glass. Do you remember Google Glass?
No, I barely. I'm not sure.
They were these glasses you could put on.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah,
looked
yeah.
kind of like Scouters from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I wish they had better design, and even so, they were kind of like, I don't think they were as great as they thought they were.
Yeah, yeah. Although I was one of the ones who thought it was really great. If I had the money, I would have forked it out right there.
uh,
So yeah, but yeah, I saw a YouTuber that I tend to watch quite a bit play Saber Beat Saber VR. You know, on VR it was 3D Beat. 360. I don't know why I keep saying 3D Beat Saber, and it looked pretty fun. Although I'll be honest, I was a bit more worried about that channel getting copyright striked because the music. But yeah, that's not for me to worry about. That's for them. But it's habit since I, make content myself.
I mean, like, I mean, I know, like, when you're, if it, I guess, it's Beat Saber, so it would probably be like copyrighted. I know that for like streams, at least from what I've seen, is that if it might have copyrighted music and then in the game, but as long as there's other gameplay noises, it's fine. But if like a streamer goes away and there's like no noise but the music, they'll literally mute the whole like section until you know you do something.
Yeah, I actually used to on my Twitch channel, which, you could find at twitch.tv/vamp6x6x6x. Shameless plug, yeah. I actually used to have song requests turned on, but I turned them off because got tired of my videos. Whenever someone would go back watch them, like most of the video would just be muted, and B, it was during that weird time where Twitch started for a little bit banning channels that did copyright strike.
Oh.
So yeah, so that's why you don't find as many people that as you used to, that would just do song requests on Twitch. Some people are big enough till it doesn't matter, but me, yeah, not so much.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, you guys listening, you may not know this, but speaking of, like, we spoke of YouTube, we spoke of Twitch. Technically, we spoke of this podcast only because we're on this podcast right now. But me and Chi have a bit of a project we've been working on. Feel free to share some details if you'd like, Chi.
Yeah, so we're working on making an anime podcast, and so far we have all the like groundwork, we have all the all the different channels and accounts and whatever, and we have a Discord as well that we've been working on. And the podcast is going to be called Anime Pot Pie, and it'll be with me and Vamp.
Yeah, I'm Vamp, by the way. I don't know why I made you explain all of it, like I didn't know any of what you just said.
Because you like putting me on the spot, that's what it is.
But yeah, we've been working on it quite a bit. We're still trying to, figure out little like behind the scenes stuff like editing and mic positioning,
like,
all that
like
stuff.
What hosting sites to go on, editing, promoting, and of course, like we have to work out, what we're going to be talking about, and like trying to like figure out how much anime we're going to be forcing ourselves to, not really forcing ourselves, but making ourselves watch weekly and stuff like that, on top of the usual ones we watch.
Yeah, stuff like that. The secret though, we are big anime fans ourselves. So it should, once we get a rhythm going, it should be pretty easy to keep it up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Just wanted to update you guys on stuff like that. I don't know if you guys like the behind the scenes stuff. And I know I've mentioned to you guys that I've had a few projects I've been working on. This has been one of the projects I've been working on. Don't think me and Chi woke up one day and we were like, hey, let's start making an anime podcast tomorrow. No, we've actually been talking about this for a while now. It's finally starting, the pieces are starting to connect. Yeah.
We even have like right now currently I'm going to be working on like making my own bots for the Discord so it can do some really cute shit. And then I'm also, me and Vamp are in contact with an artist so that we can get some really cool banners and stuff. And maybe in the future we can use the same artist to make some stuff for like t-shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah, t-shirts would be cool. I'd be so happy to see, someone just like wearing one of our t-shirts. That would just be, yeah, exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like get into like, because I don't want our stuff to just be like, I don't want to do what a lot of content creators do, where they make stuff that's very like, some of it's cute to do like inside joke stuff or do stuff that's part of the brand, but I also want to do stuff that looks good so that if nobody knows what that t-shirt's from, it's still going to look cool and you're going to enjoy wearing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I do think I feel like we should have maybe like one inside joke thing, if anything, so people who are listening to the podcast can be like, oh, this was Vamp's doing, wasn't it? No one gets it outside of the podcast.
I mean, we can have inside joke stuff. I just want it to look cool. I don't want it like, yeah, there's like I don't want to like accidentally promote other podcasts, but I listen to a lot of podcasts and some of them have like really plain Jane stuff on the shirt where it's an inside joke, sure, but it doesn't really look cool, so I don't really want to wear it. Whereas other ones, they'll take an inside joke or they'll take an inside thing or something that's, near and dear to the podcast, and they'll make a t-shirt out of it, but they hire a designer that knows what they're doing that make it look cool,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, she has been in charge for the most part of telling the designer what we want, so you don't have to worry, because you know me, I'll talk to the designer, I'll say something that screams Vamp, and then they make it for me, and then I'm like, no, it doesn't scream Vamp at all. And then they're like, what? Get out of here. Not wasting my time. Actually, I'm pretty sure people like me are the sole reason why they say half up front nowadays.
Yeah, because I know from experience of making stuff for you that it's a pain because I have no idea what you want. I could take something that is like your style or what I think your style is, or something similar to something you've done before or whatever, and you'll be like, no, that's not what I'm looking for. And then you don't like it's a pain. So I'm glad I don't have to do it. And I'm glad that I'm able to talk to the artist and I have an idea of what we should do and all that other stuff.
So, T, I know, like I said, guys, I don't know if you guys like this behind the scenes stuff, but I actually like talking with you guys about behind the scenes and plans for future. And like I said, this is a project that me and Chi have been working on for a while. I know some of you are like, they keep saying me and the other person. Isn't it supposed to be Chi and I? Hey, it's my podcast. I'll say it how I want. So yeah, that's some of what we've been working on. But also, I guess I should mention the biggest reason why, one of the reasons why I haven't been on in a while. I kind of lost track of my schedule because a certain someone came and visited me and threw my whole schedule off balance.
He likes to blame things on me, but I didn't stop him from doing his work. I was all for it, but he was insistent.
I'm sure you guys can guess that she is the one who came and visited me. And don't tell her it said so, but I beat her in Monopoly so bad. Yeah.
And I beat you in Overcooked so bad.
That's debatable.
Debatable. There was not one match that you won. I won every match.
Guys, feel free to, see who won for yourselves. Go to twit.tv/vamp6x6x6x and watch the VOD, depending on when you listen to it. If it's like a year from now, it might not actually be up, in which case we can make a new one. How about that?
I gotta say, you get to watch me carry him through all the story mode, and you get to watch me kick his butt when we're going against each other.
That's not true. One of those is even less true than the other one.
They're so true. I don't know which one you mean.
But yeah, this is the kind of amazing banter you can expect.
Oh no, we're gonna get more than this on the anime podcast, that's for sure, because I get heated. I get passionate.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Okay, yeah, she does. She gets quite passionate. Like all I have to do is if I mention something like, let's say, for example, I don't care for Excalibur. She's not a big Wolverine person, so she doesn't care. But if I say something like, I don't care for Dragon Maid.
Excuse you.
Yeah, see, there we go.
Look, everybody that I have given a recommendation for a show for that, like, see, I guess it's because you don't like. I don't want to talk too much about this on your podcast, but I'm guessing it's because you don't like romantic comedies or any type of slice of life. I think that's what the problem is. Because if you did like it even the tiniest bit, tiniest bit, in my opinion, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is fucking amazing. It's pretty freaking good.
I don't like most slice of life. The closest I've came to a slice of life would be Angel Beats.
I never seen it. I have to say though, like I don't normally. I guess I think slice of life has gotten a bad rap. I didn't think I liked slice of life, but in reality, there was a few manga I read in like high school and after that were slice of life, and I didn't even think about it. And then there's a lot of animes where it has a lot of slice of life-esque things in it, and I didn't even like realize it because in my head I'm like, oh, most people, at least the people I grew up with, most of them don't like slice of life, so I didn't equate it because it was good. I didn't equate it to slice of life. Slice of life is fucking good. It just really depends on what you're watching. Just the same thing as any of the other genres.
You know what? I will give you. Not every slice of life is bad, as long as it's good at making you not notice it's a slice of life.
That's not necessarily true. It's just rather it's whether it's good or not, whether you connect to the characters, whether you think the plot's good, whether you enjoy the character growth or anything like that.
I get that too. Would that one anime be a slice of life?
What one anime?
With the dude from Overlord and then the character from a bunch of different animes going.
I've never watched it. It's been recommended for me to watch it, but I haven't like actually sat down and watched like the Chibi one, right?
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched it, man.
Yeah, I watched the first few episodes. It technically should be a slice of life. I mean, to a degree, they have their powers, but they don't use them. And it was weird how they all went to that world. But
is it Tanya the evil in it? I kind of want to watch it if only for her.
Which one is she?
She'd be like a little girl, blonde hair, blue eyes, in a military outfit.
Oh, the military girl. Okay.
Yeah, I fucking love Tanya the evil. I went to the movie theater to see the movie for her, and I'm stoked. I hope they make another movie or put out another season. I don't care what they give me. I will watch it.
Wait, the evil, she doesn't seem real evil.
Tanya the evil?
Yeah.
I mean, she wouldn't have a reason to be. She's kind of like she's a sociopath. It's if it's part of what she needs. If she needs to do something terrible in order to get what she wants, she'll do it. But she doesn't go out of her way.
Oh, okay.
Like she's very much like Yeah, like it's something like she wants to have a very comfortable, um, you know, mediocre job, and she's incredibly intelligent, and mediocre to her would be a pretty high up position and might be hard work for other people, but she just wants to be comfortable, make a lot of money, whatever. Well, money's not the thing, comfortable is the thing. So she'll do some fucked up shit or think up a fucked up plan in order to accomplish that.
Oh,
And I'm
my
sorry for
from
complaining so
Yukia.
much.
Yeah, I expect that and a lot more in
Yeah, I'm trying to
the
control
anime
myself on this
podcast.
podcast, but on the anime one, expect me to curse like a sailor
Well,
because
it's perfectly fine now. At this point, I'm going to have to put the whole podcast episode in explicit anyway, so do whatever you want.
I
It's
tried.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I tried, and then we started talking about anime, and I kept going. I
But
kept something up.
as far as the anime, I hope you guys this gives you a sort of idea about the kind of stuff we'll be talking about on the podcast. It won't just be something like, oh yeah, episode 3 was good. That one dude did that one thing in that one scene. Okay, let's go to episode 4.
No. I mean, the game plan for the podcast is definitely going to be something along the lines of us doing a rundown of the episodes, like a sentence or two of like what happens, but a lot of it's going to be way deeper than just like, oh, I like that episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah, kind
Especially
of.
for like shows that bring up interesting like philosophical questions. I'm going to go in. Be prepared.
Be prepared. Okay, I had to do that, guys. You guys know me.
You're obsessed. You got that stuck in your head. I got Arthur stuck in my head. I almost said a curse word again.
Like I said, it's going to have to go into explicit anyway. So, the cat's already out of the bag, as it were.
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Never.
I just get really excited about anime in general.
Yeah, which is why you know that this is going to be a good podcast that we're co-hosting.
And not to scare people away, but I do read fanfics, and when the time comes, I will be talking about that as well.
Thanks a lot. Now you just scared my whole audience away.
Because some people get a little weird about it. Like, oh, you read fanfics? Listen, okay, I'm that kind of nerd. You got to deal with it, all right? I read fanfics and I thoroughly enjoy it. And I read fanfics that are like book length. Like there's one, I haven't finished it yet. There's a Harry Potter fanfic that's literally 1,000-page book.
Yeah. She reads all kinds of fanfics. You'll have Harry Potter and Naruto. You'll have Pokemon and Avengers.
I don't really do that either. I mean, I do like if you're talking about Marvel, I do like X-Men and Deadpool and Spider-Man. I think that's the only ones in Marvel that I read, if I'm remembering correctly. I think I might have dabbled in a little bit of Loki fanfic. But I think that's it.
I want you to find any Deadpool anime crossover one. I can almost guarantee he would always make a comment about how every anime you guys wait for your opponent to name the attack and charge up their attack. I swear he'll make a comment about that.
Probably. No. I was gonna be weird, but I'm gonna try to refrain from being any weirder. I don't want to scare
she's gonna
your
wait
people
until
off.
our podcast to be weird.
Yes. I'll wait till our podcast to let all the weirdness out. I'm trying my best to control myself right now.
Control. Control. Oh, that reminds me of an anime. You probably never seen it. It's something control. Money, power control, something. Control.
Oh, I just want to
yeah.
say that like I really want people to start joining the Discord. I know we haven't like put any content out yet, but I would really like to start growing a community there. So if you guys wanted to, you can either contact Vamp or you can contact myself. What would I give as a contact? I guess my Twitter.
Yeah, or you can contact my Twitter. My Twitter is just simply Vamp6x6x6x is my handle. Now, what is your Twitter, Chi?
My Twitter is MoooChiQD. So that's Moo, M, 3 O's, and then Chi, CHI, and then a letter Q and a letter D.
Just so you guys know, I rolled my eyes when she said 3 O's. I was like, of course it is.
Well, it has to be MoooChiQD.
Of course it does. Move on out of here with that. Or an alternative way to contact me is my Warframe YouTube channel. That's Warframe Madness. See, self-promotion. I do it so much, it's like in my blood now. Shameless self-promotion.
Shameless plugs. But yeah, just make sure to like contact us and we'll send you. Actually, for me, you might not have to contact. I might have been extra and made my link on my Twitter an invite link to the Discord because I'm thirsty. I'm really thirsty.
You know how to make invite links?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Excuse you. I won't be sitting down reading how to code my own bot. You don't think I can make an invite?
Okay,
link?
guys, did you make sure you made it forever?
I wish you could have seen my face. Maybe.
Okay, so in case you guys are wondering what we're talking about, Discord servers let you invite people, of course, via invite link, but by default, they have it last for like a day or whatever. You'll have to click the box and go down to never expire.
Whoops. I will fix that today. So by the time you guys hear this, should be good to go.
Well,
I think I have it on my Instagram too, which is same handle. I'll be sure to fix that as well.
I should really get on my Instagram more often. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you would put on there, but yeah.
I have a picture of me on my Instagram. I have a picture of my 11-year-old nephew. He's about to turn 12 come in September. And I have a picture of random stuff. I think I have a picture of a bag of candy corn. I like me some candy corn. Yeah.
I personally, on mine, I have a lot of my older pictures is just like of my cat and a few selfies with like many months in between because I wasn't really on Instagram like that. But more recently, I've been putting a lot of my artwork that I've done inside and outside of my photography and editing classes.
Oh, so. Yeah, just to warn you, every now and then during the podcast that we're going to be doing in the future, you might hear her say seemingly random comment like, I gotta go feed the baby or something like that. But she's referring to her cat.
Yes, because she's a little tiny baby and she cries like a little baby.
And this is actually somewhat anime related too. Feel free to share your cat's name.
My cat's name is Videl from Dragon Ball Z.
Yep.
Which is one of my favorite characters.
From Dragon Ball Z. And just like Dragon Ball Z, each of our episodes will only have 3 words in it. You will have to tune in next week for the... No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me, the banner that we're gonna be having on the anime podcast is
Yeah.
actually gonna be of me and Vamp doing the fusion dance, or the end of it anyway.
Yeah, and
And
don't
I'm
worry,
really stoked about what it's gonna look
don't
like.
worry, we are gonna get that done, even if we have to find a different artist. Okay, it's not gonna be something where we're gonna be like, oh, we'll make do for this. We want it to be our way because it's our podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. You might even notice some, I'm not going to give them all away, but some little Easter eggs or Where's Waldo type things on the banner as well. I love Where's Waldo, making Where's Waldo stuff.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, yours is going to have more references than mine, but yeah.
Yeah, that's because call me Vamp the Reference King. Okay, don't call me that. Okay.
I think I'm also like, to fit the anime theme, I think I'm also gonna get like new profile pictures and stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna go to the same artist or not. I might go to a different artist if I'm being honest.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
And guys, that's basically what I've been up to. Oh yeah, you know what? We will end on a different note, Chi. I didn't get to talk about it with you. I vaguely mentioned it at the beginning, but what did you think about E3 this year?
I mean, I didn't participate as much as I normally do. There was a few games that I was interested in, but I wasn't like really stoked.
Yeah, well, I mean, Sony did kind of drop out of this year's E3.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, they let Square Enix take this spot.
Mm-hmm.
With Square Enix, they announced the Final Fantasy VIII game that no one knew they were working on remaking. But they announced, well, it's not a remake, it's a remaster. They did different guys.
Eight's the one with Squall, right?
You're talking to the wrong person. Okay, so guys, I've only actually played 4 Final Fantasy games, or 5, I guess. Okay, see, I'll name them all. Okay, I played Final Fantasy VI on the Game Boy Color, but I was really young, had no idea about anything, and I didn't pay attention to story. I was like, a little kid, just mashing buttons, like, no, screw these words. See, you can't tell me what to do, and just died almost instantly because I also skipped the tutorial. Okay. And then I played Final Fantasy 13. That was my first, like nowadays Final Fantasy. Then I played 13.2, screw 13.3 because bunches of reasons. Now, Chi didn't like 13.3 either, but for a different reason than me.
I didn't even give it a chance. I think they disrespected a character that I adored, which is Lightning. Like, fine, be a dick and up her cup size, whatever. Fan service, okay. I wish you just started her with a bigger cup size at the beginning so that I wouldn't have to be annoyed by it. But then they made her, I don't know, they kind of like threw her personality out the window. Not that she had too much of a personality to begin with. She was very kind of Keanu Reeves-esque with very like staunch and straightforward kind of personality, which I enjoyed, but I enjoyed her like, I enjoyed her overall. She did have a little character arc in 13 and all this other stuff. I just feel like they kind of threw her personality out the window and just had her prance around in cute outfits for men.
Now, what she's referring to is first of all, they upped her breast size by 2 or 3 times. It was actually quite noticeable. And in addition to that, they made it so you could get all these, like, her in different, like, swimsuit or skimpy looking outfits.
That's fine.
And she would change her poses and everything based on that. Like, at the end of each battle, she would just change her pose.
So here's the thing. I don't have a problem with like there being DLC or whatever where you can change her into a swimsuit. It's fan service. People could pay for that. I don't care. I'm not that, whatever. I had a problem with the fact that they did kind of did what Final Fantasy, or at least this is how I understood it. I didn't play the game, but they kind of did what Final Fantasy X-2 did, where the girls could, like, if you wanted to go like white mage or something like that, it'll switch their outfit. And I didn't like that they did that with Lightning, and I didn't like that they, unlike with Final Fantasy X-2, where each character had their own personality, and A, their outfit reflected their personality, and B, their like poses and personality reflected it. I feel like her personality completely changed, and her when she would switch, she would turn her very girly and cutesy, kind of like her little sister Sarah, versus who she is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, actually, I heard some reports that it was funny to see her be like little girly cutie. Then right afterwards, you'll get a scene of her yelling at Snow.
See, that's what I mean. Like, it's kind of, I don't like that. Like they like Pain from X2. I just wanted to make this clear before I continue. I don't mind fan service. I'm completely fine with it. I just don't like there to be continuity problems when it comes to characters. And if you go to X-2 with Pain, she had like revealing outfits and stuff, but her personality didn't change into something cutesy or whatever. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
And for me, I've played 7, 10, 10-2, 11, 12, 13, 13-2, 14, 15, Dissidia, and Crisis Core.
Wait, you played?
I might be missing another PSP
You did
game.
start 15, didn't you? I played 15 as well, but let the record show that I only beat it once. My PlayStation got the hard drive got fried, so I couldn't get the platinum, unfortunately. But yeah.
I mean, I had that happen to me for, was it 11 or 12? Which one was the online one?
11.
11 was the online one, yeah. I think, right?
Yeah, 11 was, and there was supposed to be a 13 online, fun fact, but they scrapped it, and 15 took place of that.
Yeah. So 12 then, not the online one. That the one with Vaughn and Fran, who's hot as like really hot, Balthier and all of them. That one of my favorite one. At least the mechanics is one of my favorites. Where they kind of, in my opinion, found a middle ground between like turn by turn and more real time stuff.
Yeah.
With the whole gambits thing, and you can like set each character to do very specific things.
I remember you were talking to. Okay.
I was head over heels over it. But yeah, point that I was trying to make, I forgot it.
So well, what she remembers, here's a fun fact about Chi. She loves micromanaging the characters, okay? If you put like a super seemingly convoluted, complex battling system in the game, she'll spend hours on that one battle.
I like strategy. I mean, like, for another example that's more like that I really adored that a lot of people hated was the Devil May Cry, the one of the newest one.
No, not DMC.
The remake one, not the original, not part of the original series. So the remake one.
Oh yeah, DMC Devil May Cry, right?
Yeah. So the thing that I really enjoyed was the fighting mechanics, which people were complaining about. I liked that there was different creatures and you had to use different weapons on those specific creatures, and there would be a slew of all those different creatures, and to me it made some order in the chaos. So instead of me switching weapons to look cool and then trying to get a high score, I got a high score because I was switching weapons with a purpose, and I thoroughly enjoyed the challenge. and
Then
people thought it was too hard,
don't
and they
play.
screwed me over.
Yeah, they did. I was going to say, then don't play Definitive Edition. Because they made it so any any weapon can kill any character. Angelic
kill any
or
creature,
demonic.
and it's not. I don't like that at all. It's just not challenge. I mean, I understand it's more of a typical Devil May Cry game. I feel like if they wanted to go more basic Devil May Cry, it would be each of the enemies would have more like stricter fighting mechanics. Like there was a few in that one where it's like, okay, you have to hit this certain spot or you have to do this and then this happens. But I remember the older games where like, this one, I don't know. I feel like there was more things you'd have to figure out about the boss or more things you'd have to dodge or do something like that. You know what I mean? I feel like it was just more challenging in that way. I feel like the newer game without that fighting mechanic that I enjoyed is very kind of like God of War, where it's just like hack and slash kind of thing, which is fine. I don't mind hack and slash. I just miss old Devil May Cry. Like I like that fighting mechanic that kind of made it a new thing that I enjoyed for Devil May Cry. But without it, it's like with the newer game that they're coming out with, it's gonna be Nero and some other dude, right? Isn't it gonna be
Devil
Nero
May Cry
and
5? They already came out with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
whatever.
Out.
I didn't even say it's not out yet, but my point is the newest one that came out. That one, I don't know. I have to watch some gameplay of it. I'm hoping that because I already know that they're not going to have that fighting mechanic from the remake one.
No,
I'm thinking
people
that
did not like the remake.
They didn't like it. I loved it, but nobody else liked it. I guess I'm the weird one out. But I'm hoping that they have some of the stuff from like Devil May Cry, 1, 2, 3, where it's more, especially 1 and 2, where there's more interesting fighting mechanics.
They're different.
As far as like for the bosses, I mean, like for the whatever,
okay, yeah.
The peons is fine, whatever. I'm just talking about for the bosses. I want like, how like almost every like fighting game or sometimes anime has that, like the one where you fight yourself. There's like the one where there was it Devil May Cry 2 where you fight yourself and it's like a whole mirror situation, and I loved it, and you had to play with light.
For me, the first time I ever got to fight myself that I remember would be Zelda Ocarina of Time, Shadow Link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured you were gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should make a gaming podcast.
Yeah, let's just make a big and different podcast. I'm sure one of them will catch on.
But anime's gonna be easier because there's gonna be, it's cheaper. Like if there's a game that we haven't played yet.
Well, anime, it will also be easier for it to stay on topic because with games, there's just so many games. Like, just about anything can lead a segue to a game. Like, for example, you did mention Keanu Reeves before, so of course we got to talk about Cyberpunk.
Oh, I wanted to play Cyberpunk before Keanu Reeves was involved. Now that that's part of the thing, I'm like down for it even more.
Yeah, I wanted to play too. It got delayed like twice, but I feel like now it's not going to be, and that's not how video games work at all. But yeah,
I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. I don't mind at all if something's delayed.
Yeah, as long as they make
do
it better.
A good job and whatever, and they're not killing the people that are
like the opposite of Anthem.
Yeah, the opposite of Anthem.
Anthem. Actually, I was talking to someone on stream the other day, and It sucks. There apparently the PlayStation got bricked because of Anthem.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah. I heard reports of that happening, but yeah. But we should probably soon wrap this up. We've been talking for quite a while. This is one of my longest podcast episodes so far.
Well, you knew what you were getting into.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. We'll probably go over time a bunch of times on our anime podcast, if we're being honest.
I mean, this is why I'm like writing everything out, because I want to like stay on track. You know, I don't want us to go too far away.
Too far away. Well, see, that's actually for the best. I don't script most of my stuff. Every
Well,
now
I'm not
and
saying
then
we
I
script
do.
it. I'm just saying that, like, you know, if we were still talking about the first episode and we're halfway into the podcast, then I'll be like, okay, we got to wrap this up and move on.
I'll be
You
like,
know?
see, I told you guys it was going to be a Dragon Ball Z situation.
No. I don't want to spend more than one per thing. Like maybe we could have, I don't know. I guess I won't like throw ideas out on your podcast.
Well, you don't want to spend 5 episodes charging up a spirit bomb?
No.
Okay.
Ah! Sorry, there was a big spider. It surprised me.
Okay, so anyway, I think actually I'm going to wrap up the, episode. Do you have any like final remarks, any final words, anything you want to shamelessly plug?
Yes. Once again, please, for the love of Jesus, join our Discord. I mean, like I would rather you join our Discord than follow me on anything. If I'm being honest. So you can talk to Vamp about it, you could talk to me about it, and or you could just go onto my Twitter page. I will fix the link. But yeah, please join our Discord. I would appreciate it.
Okay, and with that said, I think I'm going to wrap things up here. Thank you everyone for listening. If you made it till the end, I salute you, and I will hopefully catch you in the future episode. Either that or Cheese scared you off. One or the other. Later!